Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to live coverage here on Flash Score, Netherlands versus Argentina in the World Cup, where the second half is about to get underway. Not before the Dutch make a double change at the break. For losing out in possession. It was Drone and Bergwijn, the two players not to re-emerge for the second half. Koopmeiners and Bergwies are the two players introduced. Louis van Gaal not afraid to make his changes early. Things aren't going his way. Bergwijn, for the first time this tournament, hooked off at half time. We've got some work to do, the Dutch, 1-0 down at the break as Frankie de Jong makes a foul. Rodrigo de Paul on this near touchline. Free kick for Argentina inside the Dutch half. No changes for Argentina at the break. Shooting opportunity perhaps. He dances away from a couple of challenges, rolls it to Acuna, gets it back. Out for Acuna again on the left. Is in there. Not too many aerial threats to hit, to be fair. Alessandro Martinez is in there, all 5'9" of him up against David Blind on the penalty spot. Messi is going to take the corner from the left hand side. It'll be an outswinger. Aims for the penalty spot, not on at the near post. Actually, yeah, it's gone the Dutch's way, Noppert with the goal kick. I think has been fouled eventually by Rodrigo de Paul. And free kick to the Dutch from the left, goes inside to Ake and then even further out to the right for Bergwies. First touch for him. I believe he'll play in the 10 position and allow Gakpo to get himself further forward. Top scorer for the Dutch at this tournament with 3 goals. To Manchester United. Aston Villa's Emi Martinez. Kicks out to the right. Header won by Van Dijk, and Holland can come again here with Berghuis. Koopmeiners all the way back to Virgil van Dijk. Dumfries nothing doing. I don't think there was much in there. Acuna was of the opinion that Dumfries was all over him there, but I think it was just a fair shoulder to shoulder there. Dumfries just had more speed on the run than Acuna to eventually steal the ball. It's Virgil van Dijk. Gives it to Koopmeiners on his left. Pressure goes all the way back to Nathan Ake, who touches it inside for Virgil van Dijk. Koopmeiners again looking to unleash Bergwijn with a long ball to the right. Berghuis, sorry. Oh, but here goes a ball through for Messi. Not but it's quick off his line and gets there first. Good work from the Dutch goalkeeper, out for Frenkie de Jong. Gakpo, so home to Van Dijk. Berghuis picking up the ball on the left now. Gets it back, but forced back into his own half. Press that from De Paul. Frenkie de Jong. Gives it right for Gakpo. Into the attacking third now of the Dutch, but not rushing it again. Dumfries back to Timber. Now de Jong. For Memphis Depay once more. Depay trying to wriggle away from the challenge there. Cow though, and falls nicely for Messi. Could start an Argentinian counter-attack here. McAllister works it right to Molina. Attempt at a 1-2 with De Paul. Runs behind Molina and just slows the Argentine momentum. They keep the ball, but are forced back into their own half. All inside for Enzo Fernandez, back to the experienced centrepiece in this 3-man defence, Nicolas Otamendi, gives it right to Christian Romero. Romero back inside for Otamendi. All the way home to Emi Martinez. He kicks long out to the right. Ake gets his head on it uncontested and knocks it back to Virgil van Dijk. He gives it to Daley Blind. He's under pressure and has to volley it away into the Argentine half. A bit of head tennis drops nicely for Enzo Fernandez to send it home to Nicolas Otamendi. Doesn't make its way all the way to the goalkeeper. Now it does from Otamendi after a 1-2 with Christian Romero. Martinez just rolls it right to Otamendi. Romero picking it up right out on the touch line. Good press from the Dutch though, and they win the ball back here. No foul. De Jong. Depay with a touch for Blind, who crosses low, and it's well blocked by Romero. Argentina looking to get out with Molina, but his touch isn't the best, and it runs out of play. Ake takes the throw in quickly to Frenkie de Jong. Argentina defending deep now. The ball goes all the way back to Virgil van Dijk. Now de Jong again. Koopmeiners to the right for Julian Timber. Koopmeiners again. Van Dijk gets it in the centre circle. The furthest man back for the Dutch is Ake. Depay. Centre circle again. They're just knocking it backs and forwards over the halfway line at the moment, are the Dutch. Up the line for Berghuis on the right, trying to get away from Julian Alvarez. Works it nicely for Dumfries, who's touched it around Acuna. Argentina manages to recover though and get a foot in. The ball looking for Alvarez. It's cut out. Ake slides in there, and Messi, I believe, has handled that ball as it bounced up in front of him. Clear and deliberate handball from Lionel Messi there. I'd be surprised if he gets away without a yellow card there, considering Sandro Martinez picked up a yellow for the exact same thing in the first half. But looks like the Argentine skipper has evaded a caution from our somewhat trigger-happy referee. Saw 5 yellow cards in the first half. That includes one for the Dutch sub Wout Weghorst and one for the Argentine coach Walter Samuel. On the pitch, Timber, Acuna and Romero, names were taken. That was Romero who was booked for the handball, of course, not Sandro Martinez. Ball moving again for the Dutch on the right with Berghuis forced home. Timber receives from De Jong. Looks long for Memphis Depay. Well defended by Argentina. Ball forward looking for Lionel Messi. Is cut out by Virgil van Dijk. Gives it to Frankie De Jong. Timber. De Jong again. Inside his own half. Turns away from McAllister. Works it left for Berghuis. Blind. Inside for Frankie De Jong, trying to shrug off McAllister once again. Leaves it with McAllister, with Berghuis on his left. Koopmeiners to Timber on his right. Advancing slowly but surely up the pitch are the Dutch, working it towards the final third. Pass into the feet of Gakpo, who tried to touch it back to Depay. Didn't come off. Argentina can play out with Acuna on the left. Burst past Gakpo. Berghuis is the next man to beat. Fizzes it forward, looking for Julian Alvarez, but he had already run beyond Timber, who makes the easy interception. Couldn't control the ball though. It runs out for an Argentine throw-in, just shy of the halfway line. Acuna will take. The Dutch enjoying much more of the possession in the second half. 57% in fact. It's Virgil van Dijk. This pass is cut out by Argentina and falls for Messi inside the opposition half. McAllister up the left for Acuna. Thought about using the run of Julian Alvarez, but plays it safe instead. Home to McAllister. All the way back to Lisandro Martinez. Now Otamendi sprays it to his right for Christian Romero's on the halfway line. Memphis Depay comes out to challenge him, so touches it back inside to Otamendi. Enzo Fernandez. De Paul. Back home for Otamendi. 1-2 with Fernandez. Out to the right for Christian Romero, who tries to pass it into the opposition half. It's easily cut out by Virgil van Dijk. Struggle to get it under control though, Van Dijk, and it rolls all the way to the edge of his own penalty area. Argentina not following him to press though, allowing him to bring the ball forward and left to Ake. Blind is pressed. He goes all the way back to Van Dijk. Long ball looking for Dumfries out on the right. He's done enough to win a throw-in out of Acuna in line with the edge of the penalty area. Throw touchdown by Berghuis. Opens up and tries to cross on his left foot from the right. Well blocked. Comes back out to Berghuis. Inside for De Jong. Koopmeiners. Tried to work a ball to the edge of the box. Didn't come off. Here come Argentina with Messi. He's lost Ake again. Works it to McAllister, and now they're 3v2 here. Argentina works right for De Paul, who just loses his footing and slips as he tries to work it inside. Intercepted by Ake. Molyneux's done enough to keep the pressure on, though. De Paul has the ball again, up the line for Molyneux. He's onside here, working into the corner against Daley Blind. Losing his footing is Molyneux, just about manages to keep the ball in play. Works it back to Rodrigo De Paul. Inside for Enzo Fernandez, pressed well by Berghuis and forced all the way back to Otamendi. Out to the left now for Acuna. Inside Argentina's half now. Acuna goes all the way home, playing it safe. Back to his goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. Leaves it with Otamendi. That was a real opportunity for Argentina. It was great work from Messi again to leave Ake for dead and advance it into the Dutch half. And then as McAllister burst through the middle, he had options left and right. 3v2 for a moment. McAllister chose to go right, which looked to be the right option, but as De Paul found himself almost through on goal, he lost his footing, and the pass inside from him was a poor one. That's where the attack broke down. Now the Dutch, who have been keeping good possession during that little speech from myself, have eventually passed it out of play down the right. They look to be building something. This is touched down by Lionel Messi into the path of Koopmeiners, though, who clips one long. Header falls for Daley Blind. Messi. Oh, he's left Blind for dead with the turn there. Works it into the feet of Enzo Fernandez. His pass out to the right is beyond its target, De Paul, but falls nicely for Molyneux. Advances into the Dutch half. Inside for De Paul now. Messi. Still Messi, running past a couple. He's brought to ground by Virgil van Dijk, and Lionel Messi has won his team a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side. Van Dijk just gets across and bundles Messi to ground. It's captain on captain. And now, a free kick in prime Lionel Messi territory. It's about 21-22 yards from goal, just outside the left-hand post, on the edge of the D. And as Noppert prepares his wall, they'll want to fill it with orange shirts, because Lionel Messi will certainly fancy his chances from here. And with the way that he's playing this evening, you certainly wouldn't doubt his ability to curl this one in. Ball is brought to Lionel Messi by who else but enforcer Rodrigo De Paul. Noppert still preparing his wall. He's got at least 5 in it, with 6th and 7th standing just shy of it either side, and an 8th laying down behind it, but not actually managing to cover the entirety of the 5-man huddle led by Van Dijk. Messi's free kick! Just wide of the mark! He took it quickly after the referee's whistle, whipped it across goal to the right. Oh, and just for a moment it looked like that had hit the top corner, but off the stand that holds the goal net behind. Dutch trying to get it forward quickly from the goal kick. Through ball looking for Berghuis, and now he's lost his footing. Perhaps a concern with the surface here at the Lusail Iconic Stadium. Seen a few slips in this second half. All fizzing about nicely as Acuna works it inside for Enzo Fernandez here. His pass rolls across the toes of Messi, and Molyneux can't get there either on the right hand side, so it rolls out for a Dutch throw-in. Messi's not too pleased about that one. Just getting to look at the free kick again now. So many in the wall for the Netherlands. Messi says never mind all that. Whips it from the left, on his left foot, all the way over to the right. Nowhere close to the wall. Noppert's scrambling across his goal line too. I think they assumed that Messi would go for the top left corner. Almost caught them out there. Great effort from the Argentine skipper. As Louis van Gaal makes a third change. 64 minutes in, Luc de Jong comes on for Davy Blind. So striker for left back, which makes me suspect that the Dutch are going to switch to a 4 at the back here. Nathan Ake is going to move over to left back, and de Jong's going to get himself up front as part of a 4-man attack. We won't get to find out just yet, as is Argentina doing the attacking here with the ball on the left. McAllister fizz it into the feet of Messi, doesn't come off for them that time. Luc de Jong gets his first touch of the ball but loses out. It's work to the right for Molenaar. Molenaar tried to work it beyond Nathan Ake. Good defensive touch from him, out for a throw-in. Walter Samuel is preparing Argentina's first change. It's a good ball for Molenaar. He's got a goal scorer, tried to fizz it to the edge of the box, intercepted by Ake. Clearance is nodded down by Romero into the path of Gakpo. Couldn't work it away from Molenaar there. Out for another Dutch throw-in. Not before we see the Argentine substitution. It's going to be Rodrigo de Paul, who makes his way off. 65 minutes for him today. We know he's struggled to ensure he was fit for this one. Off he goes. And coming on, the first Argentine change is Paredes, who plays his club football now for Juventus. Of PSG. It's de Jong for the Netherlands. Hassled for possession by Julian Alvarez. It runs all the way back to Jurrien Timber down in the corner. Works it back to Noppert. The feet of de Jong. Back around the corner for Timber. Now down the right for Berghuis. Brings it over the halfway line. Still on the left foot for Gakpo. Touches it down to Ake. A little bit behind his Dutch teammate. Runs back into their own half. Ake sends it all the way home for Noppert. Van Dijk brings it up to the halfway line uncontested. Sprays it out to the right. Touched down well by Berghuis. And from the following pass, ball easily cut out by Acuna and cleared out to the right. Dutch throw-in taken by Dumfries. Down to Van Dijk. Now is de Jong. Brings it over the halfway line. Stood up by Julian Alvarez. Goes home to Van Dijk. Now to Frankie de Jong. Alvarez chasing back. De Jong continues to advance down the right and keeps going. De Jong cuts it to the edge of the box, just not enough on it to work it to his Barcelona teammate Memphis Depay. They win it back again though with Timber, who's surely been brought down by Lionel Messi there. Yes, he has. Free kick taken short by the Dutch. Works from right to left. De Jong lets it run for Ake, who wasn't expecting it. That works out for the Dutch. De Jong on the ball again. Over 3/4 of the way through this one now. It's 22 minutes remain. Ake up the left-hand side for Gakpo. Tried to back heel it for the run of Memphis Depay. Well defended by Moliner. Out for the throw-in taken by Nathan Ake. On his whistle. Koopmeiners has caught Romero there. Let's have a look. Not too sure what happened there. Collision off the ball. Free kick for Argentina, goes out to the left, well into the Dutch half, touched down well by Julian Alvarez on the left flank. Stood up by Timber, he goes home to McAllister. Worked by him to Romero as well into the Dutch half, out on the right. Romero loses possession, but as it comes back forward from the Dutch, it's just about kept in play safely by Moliner for Argentina. So they're back in possession again, are the South Americans. Enzo Fernandez bringing it over the halfway line once more. Frenkie de Jong is standing him up, but Fernandez continues to work down the right, tries to feed one through for Moliner on the overlap there. Good sliding tackle from Ake to prevent the pass coming off, and then Van Dijk hoofs the ball out of play on this near side for an Argentine throw-in, which is down well to McAllister. Acuna keeping things alive. Beats a couple. Cuts inside of the byline. Referee says penalty. He's pointed to the spot. Argentina have a penalty. And a chance to make it 2. And you know who's going to step up to the spot. It's great work from Acuna to keep the attack alive for Argentina, winning the ball in the midfield, bursting down the left to the byline. The Ronaldo chop back inside just gets him into the box. Dumfries leaves the leg dangling, brings Acuna down, and there was little hesitation from Spanish referee Antonio Lahoz. Pointed to the spot, and it's a chance for Lionel Messi to add a second goal here and surely see his country heading for World Cup semi-final territory. The weight of the nation on Lionel Messi's shoulders. It hasn't bothered him to this point. A tremendous tournament he's having, even at the age of 35. Perhaps the best to ever do it. All that eludes him is the World Cup. Can he all but seal a step closer for Argentina and for his legacy? Lionel Messi from the spot, up against Noppert. The Dutch keeper's ensured that Messi didn't get to take this one quickly. Plenty of time to think about it. Referee blows his whistle. Lionel Messi to the spot, goes right. Noppert rooted to the spot, and Lionel Messi has his second goal of the evening. It's Argentina 2, Netherlands 0, with 17 minutes left on the clock. Messi's Argentina are set for the semi-final. Brilliant, brilliant Lionel Messi. It's the slow run-up that seemed to dominate this World Cup, and often for the wrong reasons, but Messi walks up to the spot, a hop, a skip and a finish to the keeper's left, Messi's right. Noppert was already heading the other way, ends up rooted to his spot. Messi sends him. Whatever Noppert was saying in Messi's ear prior to that kick, not having an effect on the Argentine skipper, clearly. And the South American side a little over quarter of an hour away from the World Cup semi-final now. But there'll be a Dutch onslaught to face first, I'm sure, as they whip one into the box. Oh, now there's a coming together between Emi Martinez and Luc de Jong. Referee straight over to it. The two being pulled apart now. Teammates surrounding them. As the Dutch took their kickoff and got us back underway, they worked it down the right. Ball was hooked into the box. Emi Martinez made himself biggest in the box to claim the ball, and he didn't take too kindly to the way Luc de Jong was challenging for it in the air there. Didn't actually catch what the strikers alleged to have done wrong. The VAR will look at any issues. I don't think de Jong does anything wrong there at all. He's got every right to challenge for the ball in the air. Doesn't come off for him. And Martinez, with the ball in hand, waits for de Jong to get up to his feet and then presses his nose into the Dutchman's. Really not sure what's triggered that from Emi Martinez. Antonio Lahoz had his yellow card out, but I'm not sure which way it went. Which we'll try to confirm for you. Memphis Depay has somehow worked his way into the book for his part in that coming together, as has Lisandro Martinez. Not Emi, Lisandro. Your guess is as good as mine. That's 7 yellow cards shown by Mr. Lahoz here. Here's a good ball for Gakpo. He goes to ground inside the box. Could we see another penalty? Referee says no to this one. Otamendi brought Gakpo down inside the box. Looked like Gakpo certainly decided that he was heading to ground there, but there was a bit of contact from the Benfica defender. We play on, nothing doing according to the referee, as Acuna plays out nicely down the left and gets it back as he works it inside to Otamendi. On the counter go Argentina down the left. Foul by Virgil van Dijk. Results in an Argentina free kick. Time for more changes now for both sides. Argentina are going to bring Tagliafico on for Acuna following that run. The winner of the penalty, Marcos Acuna, heads off the pitch. He won't be involved in the semi-final on account of accumulating yellow cards, so Tagliafico is going to get a run out here to prepare for his starting berth against Croatia, you can only imagine. And the other man that's coming on for Argentina, another defender, it's Petzela. Plays his club football for Real Betis in Spain. Another striker coming into the fray for the Dutch. And looking at their front line now, you can only imagine the way that they're going to play. Wout Weghorst comes onto the pitch already on a yellow card. And Memphis Depay makes way. So a strike pairing of Weghorst and Luc de Jong with a combined height of about 15 foot between them. The Dutch are going to go route one, you have to imagine. They might not be too far away from Virgil van Dijk playing up front territory. With 11 and a half minutes left on the clock and a 2-goal deficit for the Dutch to make up. It's not far from nothing to lose territory for Louis van Gaal's side, as they hook one long into the box. First touch for Wout Weghorst, tries to flick it on to Luc de Jong, cleared away by Argentina, who are going to play with their backs against the wall now. And I think we are just going to see one team with no intent to get forward As the Dutch recover the ball in their own half, Argentina not pressing at all, sitting back inside their own third. Long ball looking for Weghorst. Touch down towards Gakpo. Cleared by Argentina. I think Weghorst is judged to have made a foul there, though. Yes, he's just got his arm around Petzela there. First involvement for the Argentine defender there is winning the free kick. Free kick taken by Emi Martinez. 10 minutes left on the clock. Virgil van Dijk heads it straight back Argentina's way. Looked through by Weghorst to De Jong. Won by Argentina. Forward to Messi. Touches it nicely into the path of Enzo Fernandez. Now it's McAllister. He's got Julian Alvarez on his left. Works it to the Man City forward. To the byline. Cross. Flicked up into the arms of Noppert. Dumfries. Got the foot in there. Well held by Noppert in the end. Out to the left for Ake. Wouldn't the goal in these next few minutes make things interesting as Van Dijk rolls it to Ake on his left. Up the line for Gakpo. Sliding in comes Petzela. Oh, sorry, that's actually Paredes who's come bundling through Gakpo. Looked a good tackle to me, but a little too aggressive for the referee's liking. And the Netherlands have a free kick. Not on this left flank. Another change for Argentina. 9 minutes left on the clock. Off goes their number 9, Julian Alvarez. And replacing him is Inter Milan's Lautaro Martinez. Somebody else to chase down those cleared balls. Fresh legs. Keep the Dutch defence alert. But Argentina just look to sit in and defend. It's all about the counter-attack now with Martinez on the pitch. We've got a free kick to defend here from Gakpo. Floats it in from the left on his right foot. Headed away at the edge of the box by the Argentine defence. Out as far as Timberud waited back for the Netherlands. Berghuis from the right flank. Floats across in on his left foot. Headed away as far as Frenkie de Jong. Gets there before Messi and sends it back to Noppert, who's come all the way up to the halfway line to collect this ball. To the right for Koopmeiners, and now Berghuis gets it up the line again. He's got McAllister to beat. Goes around him on his right foot. Crosses just about blocked by McAllister. Makes his way into the box anyhow, but easily cleared as far as Timber. Koopmeiners to Berghuis again. Tries the early cross. Header! And it's bounced in! Wout Weghorst with the goal! And now we have a game on our hands once more. Brilliant connection from Weghorst. Heads it into the ground. Bounces awkwardly for Martinez and in. Lovely cross from Berghuis to the penalty spot. Weghorst gets himself on the end of it. You can have all the technical ability in the world. You can have the smartest defenders. But when a ball is hooked into the box as nicely as that for a striker who's about 6'6", there's only going to be one winner. Great movement from Weghorst, take nothing away from the intelligence of the run. The extension of the neck muscles to knock it into the ground, flick it beyond the glove of Emi Martinez. And Weghorst gets the Dutch back into this one. Netherlands 1, Argentina 2. 6.5 minutes plus stoppage time remain. There've been plenty of sub breaks in this second half. I'm sure we'll see at least 5 or 6 minutes of stoppage time. Much to think about for Louis van Gaal. He's made all the substitutes, but plenty of tinkering that can still be done. Argentina with a free kick following the Argentinian kickoff, sorry, where Weghorst came bundling into Messi, far too enthusiastic to win the ball once more. Ake for the Netherlands to Van Dijk, out to Timber on the right. Van Dijk, De Jong. Timber to Van Dijk again. Advancing on the left. Hooks it nicely to Gakpo, who's got an underlapping run from Ake. Gakpo hooks it into the box instead. Won by Weghorst. Volley into the side netting by Berghuis. What a hit that was. Well worked that by the Dutch. And just for a moment that looked to be in. Rifled towards the top corner by Berghuis. Brilliant work from Weghorst again to win that in the air at the back post and knock it nicely into the path of his teammate. Weghorst looks a real problem. Argentina have got nobody big enough to deal with him. Their tallest defender is about 6 foot on the dot, and Weghorst is much more than that. Corner floated to the penalty spot. Berghuis' shot there, I didn't see it, but apparently deflected onto the side netting. Perhaps that was heading for the top corner. Corner is headed away by Argentina, but only as far as Frenkie de Jong, who's the furthest outfielder back for the Dutch. Well inside the Argentine half, though. Timber is forced home to his goalkeeper, Nopper. Back out to de Jong on the left. Messi pressing him. Lautaro Martinez continues the Argentine press. Koopmeiners has to go all the way home to Nopper. Timber. Koopmeiners. Oh, didn't I say we weren't too far away from Van Dijk playing up front? He's got himself up there now. Koopmeiners has reverted into the back line. Virgil van Dijk is playing as the third aerial target, along with Weghorst and de Jong. It's a clear strategy for the Dutch now, and it seems to be working. The three big men, Van Dijk, de Jong and Weghorst, will occupy a centre half each. The Dutchmen are all far taller. Is Van Dijk. Oh, but that's a poor pass from de Jong, straight into the path of Lautaro Martinez. Now Argentina on the break. He gives it right to Messi. Captain, in fairness, I'm not sure it warranted a yellow card, but perhaps it was for the verbals from Berghuis rather than the foul itself, as Argentina work the free kick all the way home to Emi Martinez. Pressed by de Jong, he kicks long. Comes back Argentina's way again. Is Frenkie de Jong. Tackle falls to Ake. Another tackle comes in. Oh, and then the hoof there. Oh, it's getting nasty now, as Paredes hoofs it into the Dutch bench. Van Dijk arrives on the scene and sends Paredes to the floor. Lahoz already has his yellow card out again. There's a few bodies on the ground now. I believe this is where I'm supposed to say this is not what we want to see, but as we know as football fans, we don't mind to see a bit of passion from time to time. Now Lahoz is calling the Dutch skipper Van Dijk over, as well as Paredes. He's got his yellow in hand, and I believe it's going to go both ways. Paredes for hoofing the ball into the Dutch dugout. In fact, the card goes back in his pocket. I don't think it was shown to Van Dijk. So Paredes makes the initial foul on Ake. Volleys the ball straight into the Dutch dugout. The entire Dutch bench fly onto the pitch to challenge Paredes, but it's actually Virgil van Dijk who arrives on the scene and sends the Argentine to the ground. Dutch free kick floated in by Berghuis. It's beyond Emi Martinez, one at the back post, but out of play by Dumfries. And we're about at the end of 90 minutes here, but I think there's going to be plenty of stoppage time, because the last few minutes of regular time have been taken up by that brawl, if you can call it that. Argentine goal kick to come, as well as the big reveal. How much stoppage time will we see? 10 minutes added on to the end of this one. 10 more minutes for the Netherlands to get the ball forward. We're going to hit the 100-minute mark once again in this World Cup. Here's a long ball headed on to Gakpo. Touchdown. Free kick for the Netherlands right on the edge of the D. There's a foul on Gakpo there by Otamendi. Volleys Gakpo in the air there. That's a nasty one. The Argentines just cannot deal with these Dutch long balls. As I said, technical ability almost goes out the window when the opponents are simply bigger and stronger and can jump higher. But this is where some technical ability will be called for. A free kick right on the edge of the D, not in too dissimilar a position to the near miss from Lionel Messi earlier on. A little more central though, just inside of the left post rather than Messi's, which was outside. About the same distance though, about 21-22 yards from goal. Gakpo, Koopmeiners and Berghuis all stand over it. Berghuis, the left footer, has the ball in hand. And offering a huge wall of blue and white. Emi and Lisandro Martinez communicating about how to set this one up. There's at least 5 bodies in the wall. Another line behind it. Berghuis takes, curls straight the wall, headed away out to the left from Argentina's perspective. Dutch is right. Long throw launched into the box. Clash of heads there from the 2 Argentine defenders. Referee has to blow the whistle. I'm still struggling to see where the deflection comes in. Virgil van Dijk has now gone into the referee's book. Not too sure what for. Perhaps for complaining about the stoppage here. And I think that's full 11 cards dished out now by Mr. Laws. Martinez and Otamendi back to their feet, both of them. Ball from Emi Martinez to Latoro. Foul there on Frankie de Jong. Dutch free kick inside their own half. Taken short to De Jong by Timber. Back to Van Dijk. Timber. Forced all the way back to Noppert. Gakpo's dropped into the Dutch half to be an option on the left as Ake remains up. Gakpo has to go home to Noppert though. Going to have to go long here, the Dutch. They've got nobody back to play it around with, and they do go long, and a good touch from De Jong out to Gakpo on the left now. Well defended that by Paredes. Throw-in goes the Netherlands' way though. Paredes not going to allow Ake to take this one quickly. Ake, Weghorst fancied it short, and gets it, just as Ake was looking to send it long into the box. Good work from Weghorst to shrug off the challenge and then send it home to Timber, who's the only man back for the Dutch on the halfway line. Koop Meiners, Berghuis. Challenge arrived from Tagliafico, he'd already worked it off to Timber though. 1-2 here, sees Timber advance up the right. Hook to the edge of the box, Van Dijk nods it down for Ake at the back post. Falls to Gakpo, floats the cross in. Well won in the air by Lisandro Martinez. Ball will come back. No, it won't. The referee's blown his whistle for a foul on Martinez there. I think it's against Van Dijk again. It's Luc de Jong who's gone through the back of Lisandro Martinez this time. Good win in the air, that. Argentine free kick. There'll be in no rush at all to take this one with 4.5 minutes left to play of the 10 that's been added on. Tense and nervy for this stadium that's packed almost entirely with Argentine fans, just as the Brazilian game was mostly yellow shirts rather than red and white. Emi Martinez eventually to too much time. We know it gets added on in this World Cup. Up to the left. Headed out of play eventually. Dutch throw in on the right. Dumfries will launch it as far into the Argentine half as he possibly can. Comes back the Dutch his way though. Martinez touches it around Timber, but the defender does well to stay ahead of his man and work it back to Noppert. Kick out to the left for Ake. He misses it, but Gakpo picks it up, knocks it home to Frenkie de Jong. Long ball to the left. One in the air there by Luc de Jong, but that will run all the way out of play. Nobody on the end of his headed flick on. Out for an Argentina goal kick. Even more though, given that Emi Martinez once again is in no rush to launch this goal kick forward. He does eventually. Drops to Lautaro Martinez. Has he been fouled there? Is that? Yes, it is. On the far side. Paredes brought down by Berghuis, who flops to the ground in frustration. He knows chances are running out for the Netherlands because Argentina are going to do their best to keep this one in the Dutch half now. Free kick out on the left-hand side. Ball up the left, looking for Lautaro Martinez. Not a good one. Run straight out of play. Koop Meiners sees it out. Well, the Argentina should have done more to maintain possession there. Launched into the air to the left. Ake fouled by Lionel Messi. Ticking onto the minute now, folks. Long ball for the Dutch is headed down. by Van Dijk to Ake on the left. Hooked away by Molenaar, out for a throw-in on the Dutch's left-hand side. Taken quickly by Gakpo to Frenkie de Jong. Short. De Jong works a crossing angle on his right foot. But it's won by the first. With 100 minutes on the clock, another chance perhaps for Berghuis to whip this free kick. His first one was straight into the wall. Noppert is on his knees on the centre circle. Praying that the Dutch can find the goal here. Lionel Messi has just gone into the referee's book. Not too sure what that one was for. I think for most of these only the Hoz really knows. Berghuis after the last free kick isn't part of the discussion. It's with the last kick of the game, with 101 minutes on the clock, the Dutch have just taken this one to extra time. A brilliantly worked free kick. Koopmeiners shaped up the shot, rolled it to the right of the wall. Weghorst peeled off and rolled it beyond Emi Martinez for the most dramatic of finishes. Unbelievable from the Dutch. Weghorst plays his club football in Turkey, relegated with Burnley from the Premier League last season. The Dutch hero here, 2 goals as a substitute. Genius from the Dutch. Koopmeiners fooled everybody, rolled it into the path of Weghorst, 1 touch out of his feet, and guides it with his left foot beyond Emi Martinez, and takes us to extra time here at the Lusail Iconic Stadium. Wow. This World Cup, this sport, just does not stop providing. Argentina kick off. We're not into the extra time just yet. 102 minutes on the clock. Argentina can play on. I told you there'd be more added on. Messi down the right. Molenaar. The complexion changes now for the Argentines. And the referee blows the full-time whistle. We will see extra time here. Netherlands 2, Argentina 2 at the end of regular time. We're ready for more. As the second World Cup quarter-final goes for extra time. Oh, and it's all kicking off again at the full-time whistle. The entire Dutch and Argentine benches on the pitch. Ugly scenes potentially as we head for extra time in this World Cup quarter-final. It's Netherlands 2, Argentina 2, the most dramatic of finishes here. Do stick around, I will be back in a few moments for extra time here.
start of this extra time period. It's Netherlands 2, Argentina 2. And the captains are back on the centre circle. Might be unsurprised to hear that the referee has found time for another yellow card in the few minutes I've not been with you. Steven Bergwijn has earned himself a yellow from the bench. Wout Weghorst, who got himself a yellow from the bench before he even came on. The Dutch hero here, and the reason that we're going to extra time. One of the finest moments of nerve and courage and skill, the free kick routine from the Dutch. In the 100th minute of a World Cup quarter-final, the ball rolled from Koopmeiners into the path of Weghorst, fooling everybody and finishing it off to bring us to extra time here, which Virgil van Dijk has underway for the Dutch. What's the game plan now? Argentina are set up entirely to defend, the Dutch almost entirely to attack, but we're back all square. Petzela for Argentina. Into the feet of Paredes. Sandro Martinez up the left. Martinez bursting into the Argentine half, and he slipped Tagliafico in here, but it's intercepted by Timber. Runs out of play. Timber, I think, anticipated a touch from Tagliafico that didn't come. And Argentina have a throw-in right down in the left corner. An attacking perspective. McAllister receives from Tagliafico, sprays it inside to Otamendi. Petzela, Messi, home to Otamendi. Now Sandro Martinez to Tagliafico. Paredes back to McAllister. Looking it around nicely are Argentina, but the Dutch well set up to ensure they can't break through at all at the moment. They're just passing it around either side of the halfway line at the moment. Is Paredes once again. Enzo Fernandez. Paredes back out to Petzela on the right. Otamendi. Paredes, Petzela again. Patientness from Argentina. 2 minutes into this period of extra time, and I think the Dutch have touched the ball since they took kickoff. Free kick for Argentina down the right, taken quickly for Paredes once more. Back to Petzela. Otamendi. Make sure it goes all the way across to Sandro Martinez on the left. Martinez pressed by Bergwijn into running out of play, and all that Argentine possession was for nothing. Nicolas Otamendi has just found himself booked. I'm not even sure why at this point. They're they're given out like hotcakes with the service to this referee, Mr. Lahoz, who I think we're on 13, might be 14, including Walter Samuel, the Argentine coach. Argentina continue in possession. Sandro Martinez, he's booked, I'm quite sure. There's Paredes, he's definitely booked. Advancing to the feet of Enzo Fernandez. I don't think he's found one yet. To the right for Lionel Messi, he's booked. Floats one to Tagliafico, chested down well inside the box. Lautaro Martinez, Messi trying the shot. Chested down by the goalkeeper Nopper eventually. Great ball from Messi to Tagliafico at the back post, chested it inside, flicked by Martinez into the path of Messi, who tried the spectacular but just couldn't generate the power on it to beat Nopper. foul there on the far side on Frankie de Jong by Paredes, who is in the book. Free kick taken by the Dutch. Here's Timber at the feet of de Jong, bringing it to the halfway line, touches it left for Nathan Ake, who's bursting beyond Enzo Fernandez, touches it beyond himself to Gakpo on the left, floats across the back post. Oh, and almost working its way in. Emi Martinez, I think, might have just had to make sure there with a touch. No, he didn't get the touch, Martinez. Lands on the roof of his net. Goal kick. Despite the appeals from Berghuis there. Petzela brings it out from the goal kick on the right-hand side. Enzo Fernandez tackled by de Jong. Ake back to de Jong, all the way home to Timber. De Jong brings it to the halfway line again. Touch to Weghorst, back to Frankie de Jong, now Timber. Way home to Nopper. He asked a lot of Dumfries with this ball out to the right. One ball into the Argentine half, but header is won easily by Petzela. Moliner inside for Otamendi to Lissandro Martinez on his left. Paredes out to Moliner on the right. Inside for Paredes again. Otamendi. Knocking it around assuredly, but not too much of an end product, Argentina, just moving it around inside their own half. It's a four-man orange wall preventing them from breaking through at all. It's Gakpo, de Jong, Weghorst and Berghuis. And at the moment, Argentina completely unable to break them down as they just move it around the defensive line. I'd imagine both sets of players out there at the moment are absolutely knackered, and that might be why the game has just slowed down somewhat. Most of these players have just played over 100 minutes of football. Now 107, including the time that was added on in the first half. And then another 7 so far in extra time. They're continuing to move it along the defensive line, Argentina. Are they playing for a shootout, or are they just frightened to attack at this point and risk the Dutch counter-attack? They do eventually try and go forward. Lissandro Martinez works into the feet of Lautaro. Down he goes under challenge from Dumfries. Out goes the ball for an Argentine throw-in on this near side. Worked by McAllister into the feet of Messi. Enzo Fernandez to Moliner on the right, stood up by Ake. Moliner darting inside. Good link up this, but Ake followed him all the way and then dispossessed Messi. Ball down the right for Luc de Jong. Chance for the Dutch counter if de Jong can get past Otamendi here. He's followed him out to the right. Touches it back to Berghuis. He's looked a real threat for the Dutch since coming on. Frankie de Jong works it into the path of Luc de Jong. Otamendi brings him down, and the Dutch have another free kick around the edge of the penalty area. It's out on the right corner of the box. Certainly a crossing position more than a shooting one, unless they can
work another routine such as that found the equalizer.
Argentina free kick. Relief of pressure. A good ball in from Qatar. Argentina with Paredes bringing it out. To the feet of McAllister, Lissandro Martinez. Long ball looking for Lautaro just as he was coming. Referee does bring it back though. I believe there's a head injury. It was coming together there. Between Timber and Lionel Messi. Off the ball. Another unintentional clash of heads there. Both look to be okay. Timber still holding the eye. Looks to be in some discomfort. An Argentina free kick nonetheless. Messi will take from the left. It's maybe 40 yards out from the goal. In a decent position to swing across in. Messi to the edge of the area. Headed away easily by Timber. Messi receives it again from a teammate who'd waited outside the box. 3 remain plus stoppage time of this first half of the extra period. The game has really slowed down though after the drama at the end of regular time. I think both sets of players are just absolutely exhausted here. Of course, whether it's the Dutch or Argentina who go on to face Croatia, the winner of that one will get the extra day's rest heading into the final. Any of them will have played extra time here. They will play first before 2 of England, France, Morocco or Portugal in the other semi-final on Wednesday night. Zella for Argentina, rolls it inside the centre circle for Paredes, whose long ball finds Lautaro Martinez. Surely been fouled there by Timber, has he? Yes, he has. Argentina tried to take that one quickly. Would have sent Messi through, but referee not having it. He's got his spray bottle out. He's going to do this one properly. Free kick on the right for Messi to float in this time. This looks a better delivery. Oh, and Otamendi couldn't quite make the contact. It's out for a goal kick. Lovely ball from Lionel Messi. Otamendi, full stretch at the back post. Just couldn't quite make contact. Anything on that to work it back across goal would have caused some problems for Noppert at the very least. Goal kick it will be into the final minute of this first half of extra time. long kick might bounce through there for Gakpo. It rolls all the way through to Emi Martinez instead. Paredes bringing it to the halfway line for Argentina into the feet of Lautaro Martinez. Good little triangle of passes here from Argentina. Martinez works it out to the right. Petzela to Molina. Inside to Lionel Messi. Messi returns it to Molina. Touch in there by Gakpo is enough for it to run out for an Argentinian throw-in. Molina. Touchdown by Lautaro Martinez. Van Dijk. Oh, brilliant turn from Frenkie de Jong to get away from the press of Argentina there. Looks it left to Gakpo. Under challenge from Molina, he lets it run out for a throw-in. There goes the whistle, half-time and extra time it is. Quarter of an hour away from a shootout. As the teams will now switch ends. A very flat quarter of an hour of football in truth there, folks. As I say, both teams gave it absolutely everything during the 100+ minutes of regular time, if you can call it that. Weghorst equalizer coming in the 111th. Sorry, 101st minute of football. I think what we have now is just two teams that are absolutely shattered and probably wouldn't mind seeing this one through to a shootout and trying their luck. Break for water and energy gels and the like before we get this final period underway. Switch of ends is on. What twists and turns remain for this dramatic quarter-final in what has been an oh-so dramatic World Cup already. And I know there's plenty of action still to come from this tournament that has provided us with so much already. A thriller here in Qatar, mid-season and all. Argentina going to make their final a lot of change. Molina, the opening goal scorer, who's given it everything today. He goes off. He's replaced by Sevilla's Montiel, right wing back for Argentina. Second half of extra time is underway. 15 minutes from a shootout here, unless somebody can find something spectacular. 2 goals from Lionel Messi, counted out by 2 goals from Weghorst of all players. 2 more opposite players you likely will not find. But nothing separates them at the moment as Messi goes down the right for Argentina. Possession won from Enzo Fernandez by the Dutch, but I think the referee has given a free kick Argentina's way. He has. Taken quickly by Messi. Referee not going to allow it though. Nothing is to be taken before Mr. Lahoz has sprayed out his markings. So off they go again. Messi receives it short, tries to work it to the substitute Montiel, loses his footing, but perhaps to his advantage as Gakpo slides it out of play for an Argentina corner. First chance for an in-swinging corner from Lionel Messi, this right-hand side. But the
Dutch, as we've seen very clearly, have the aerial advantage. Messi is still going to put this one into the box, though. Easy for Noppert to claim that one. Kick out to the left from Noppert. Flicked on by Weghorst towards Luc de Jong. Lissandro Martinez touches it beyond the attacker, though. Going up the left. Martinez. Try to work it through to Tagliafico. The Dutch win it back, work it all the way home to Noppert. On kick, won by Weghorst once again, this time to Gakpo. Flicked on towards Luc de Jong. Flag is up though, offside as de Jong. Otamendi to Enzo Fernandez. Paredes. Messi to Montiel. Messi again. Montiel on the right hand side for Argentina, just inside the Dutch half. They're defending well, Netherlands, and they're sending Argentina all the way back into their own half with Petzela inside for Otamendi. Paredes. Lautaro Martinez receives it and goes straight back to Petzela on the right. Now Paredes clips the ball looking for Montiel, trying to get him behind Ake. Oh, and this won't make its way into the box for Noppert, so he's going to have to kick this one clear. Out for a throw-in. Right down in the corner for Argentina. Good position this, Montiel will take. Enzo Fernandez is an option short. He goes all the way home to Messi. Messi, has he been fouled there by Gakpo? Yes, he has. And Argentina have another chance to hook one into the box. Another yellow card shown to the substitute Montiel, who will now miss the semi-final should Argentina reach the stage. They've got some work to do yet to make sure that they do. Lionel Messi stands over the free kick from the right-hand side. Flick to him by Paredes, which allows Messi to dribble into the box. Messi curls the shot high and wide. 10 minutes left on the clock. Still the Netherlands 2, Argentina 2. Clever free kick routine, that to allow Messi to dribble his way into the box, but not nearly as clever as that which found the Weghorst equalizer for the Netherlands. Long goal kick from Noppert. Headed back their way by a combination of Argentinian players. Lautaro Martinez's touch straight into the path of Dumfries, who's tried to burst through the middle. Now here come Argentina though. Scrappy period there, ends in a foul by Weghorst. Timber, as he burst through there, lost a boot. Yeah, clear foul there by Weghorst. Argentina allowed the extra substitute on account of it being extra time, and they're going to bring on the man we thought we wouldn't see today on account of his injury, Angel Di Maria. They won't get the chance to make it just yet though, as they clip their free kick forward here. No foul there as the ball drops in the box. Cleared by the Dutch. Argentine throw-in on the far side. Tagliafico wanted to take it quickly, but the substitution, being indicated. And it's an attacking one from Argentina. Lissandro Martinez goes off. Angel Di Maria comes on, which means that Argentina now, you imagine, are going to match the Dutch in switching to a 4 at the back. They've got some defending to do first as they give it away from their throw-in. Bursting through the middle is Gakpo. Brought down. It's a foul Yellow card is out again. Was that Enzo Fernandez? Nice. German Petzela, who gets into the book. Oh, dear me, this referee will give you a yellow card if you look at him the wrong way. I've never seen anything like it. Free kick from the Dutch to the back post. Volley by Luc de Jong. Blocked. Cleared. Won't matter, referee's blown his whistle again. My oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 yellow cards, including that to Walter Samuel, dished out by this referee. And the Dutch are making their extra allotted substitution. Coming on is Noah Lang, and he's replaced Cody Gakpo. Young man attracting a lot of attention. Replaces another one. Here's Di Maria, veteran introduced by Argentina, likely with one eye on the potential shootout here. Lionel Messi fouled by Frankie de Jong. Free kick taken short on the halfway line for Argentina. To the right for Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez has slipped it through to Lautaro Martinez on the right. Can he work it back to Montiel? No, well defended by the Dutch, but clearance cannons off Lang's teammate Timber. Fernandez cuts it back. Messi is saved. Is that a save or is that a block? I'm going to see it again here. Enzo Fernandez does well to skip beyond Lang. Cuts it back. It's actually Lautaro Martinez who gets the shot away at the near post, and Virgil van Dijk didn't know much about it, but it cannons off his chest and out for a corner. Angel Di Maria is going to take. Argentine players having a word with the referee about a handball claim. It certainly didn't. It came off Virgil van Dijk's chest. Di Maria whips it to the near post. Not a great corner. Cleared easily by Virgil van Dijk. Suddenly Argentina throwing everything at this. Perhaps they don't want the shootout. Here goes Montiel, working up the right to Di Maria. Beyond Ake, back to Montiel at the byline. Crosses against Weghorst, who's back there defending now, the Dutch hero, at the expense of another Argentine corner. Di Maria takes quickly and short to Messi. Messi rolls it to Enzo Fernandez. Shot on his left foot. Deflection! Oh, and just over the bar! That one could have gone anywhere. Noppert was sent scrambling. The deflection from Weghorst lifted it over Noppert's head and just over the crossbar, landing on the roof of the net. Another corner for Argentina, to be taken from the left side this time. The last two were from the right. 5 minutes remain. Di Maria will take the corner again. Right arm goes up. Left-footed outswinger to the penalty spot. Cleared easily again. They just don't have the height to compete for these balls, Argentina. But it drops to Paredes on the edge of the box. Rolls it out to Di Maria on the left. He tries to cross again. It's blocked by Noah Lang, the substitute. Out for another Argentina corner. The drama doesn't stop here. Di Maria will take the corner again. Right arm goes up again. He's going to aim this one for the penalty spot once more, you suspect. He does. Won by Petzela and over the crossbar. Good delivery. Petzela rises above Ake there. Van Dijk's lost track of him. Aiming for the top left corner and just over from Petzela. It's all Argentina in this second period of extra time.
They don't seem to want the shootout, but they beat the Dutch on penalties the last time these two sides met, albeit 8 years ago in the Brazilian World Cup. A real snooze fest, that one, on the day, 0-0. Anything but today. So much drama here. What will be the final outcome in Lusail? We're just a few minutes away from finding out as the Dutch play one through for Luc de Jong on the left. He hasn't got the pace to get away from Montiel. Try to work a pass inside. Deflected to Noah Lang. Inviting ball in. Emi Martinez comes out and claims it before Berghuis can get there at the back post, though. 3 minutes remain. Great ball that from Noah Lang as he cuts in on his right from the left. Martinez came out, stopped Berghuis getting there, spilled the catch, but nobody was there to claim the ball over than Martinez once more. He was giving it out to Otamendi. Enzo Fernandez on the right for Argentina on the halfway line. The feet of Di Maria. Messi away from De Jong to the right. Oh, Messi cuts inside on his left foot. Still going, Messi. Works it left. Tagliafico back to McAllister. Tagliafico again. Still knocking it around on the left for Argentina, but forced back by the Dutch. Momentum running out for them. Now they're going to try it on the right. Montiel with a little spin pass to Enzo Fernandez. Bit of flair from him. Now Di Maria. Messi. So many orange shirts in there to contend with. And now the Dutch can counter. Argentina have committed everyone forward. Berghuis is one-on-one with Otamendi and he skips beyond the challenge. Berghuis to the back post and Weghorst. Emi Martinez gets there first. Berghuis had to get that ball perfect and he didn't quite, as he looked for Weghorst on his weak foot. Brilliant work from Berghuis there to work the crossing angle, but now here come Argentina on the break with Lautaro Martinez spinning away from a challenge, gets a shot off, saved at the near post by Noppert. Back out to Lautaro Martinez on the left. He allows it to run out for a throw-in. Approaching the final minute of extra time here. Throw-in taken down by Tagliafico to McAllister on the left for Argentina. Inside for Enzo Fernandez. Back out to McAllister. Rolled inside for Petzela there. Messi. Di Maria. Ake defends. Back out to Petzela inside the centre circle. Di Maria tries to slip one through to Tagliafico, defended but only as far as Messi. Paredes. Martinez. Messi! Shoots and drags it wide. Just wide of the mark from Lionel Messi. Oh, you'd expect Messi to do better there in truth. It all set up for the winner. Oh, it was actually blocked there, the shot by Messi. Argentina have the corner. Final action of the game perhaps. Di Maria from the right-hand side. Raises his right arm again. In swinger. Oh, he's tried the shot, I think, and Noppert has to parry it over. It'll be another corner. Di Maria. Oh my word, he's very nearly scored directly from the corner. Takes the next one short to Lionel Messi. Rolled to the edge of the box. Fernandez's shot hits the post! Otamendi can't keep it in play at the far side. Did Noppert get a hand on this? No! Brilliant effort from Enzo Fernandez. Cannons off the post. Noppert beaten, all ends up. And the post denies Enzo Fernandez the dramatic winner for Argentina. Oh, football. This is incredible. Noppert's goal kick. A minute's been added on here with 50 seconds into it. It looks like the Dutch will get the final chance as Van Dijk heads it forward. Poke through for Weghorst. Runs through to Emi Martinez. Roll out to Otamendi. Referee blows the full-time whistle and we are going to a shootout here. 2 penalty shootouts in 2 dramatic quarter-finals. Croatia, the winners earlier today over Brazil, knocking the favourites out. Argentina, the final hope for South America, but they are going to have to face the Dutch in a straight shootout in just a moment's time here. Folks, you'll have to excuse me for 60 seconds. I'm going to prepare myself for this shootout. Do not go anywhere. I have this full shootout covered for you live on Flash Score. One moment. Back with you, ladies and gentlemen, for this penalty shootout between Netherlands and Argentina at the end of a terribly dramatic day of World Cup action. Virgil van Dijk is up to the spot, first for his country. Can the captain give the Dutch the lead? Saved by Emi Martinez! Van Dijk won both tosses. He chose his end. He chose to go first. He stepped up to the spot, ball in hand. It's not a bad penalty. He goes to the keeper's right. Martinez dives down to his right and gets a strong hand on it and sends it wide. Neymar didn't get to take one for Brazil earlier. They were already out. He was waiting until last. Van Dijk stepped up first for the Netherlands, leading by example despite the miss. And here comes the Argentine skipper Lionel Messi. He took first 8 years ago when these two last met in a shootout. The only man on the pitch who took one that day. He scored one that day. He's already scored one today. What will his fate be this time? Lionel Messi up against Noppert. Oh, and Messi calmly rolls it to the keeper's right. And that's one of those that can make you look very silly if it doesn't go right, because Messi has rolled that ever so slowly Nowhere near the corner. But the run-up does enough to send Noppert the wrong way. And Argentina lead this shootout by a 1-0 after one apiece. Next up for the Netherlands, Berghuis. The man who made the difference from the bench. Well, one of which, anyhow, of course, Weghorst, the main difference maker. Berghuis is saved again by Emi Martinez! Not a great penalty. He goes to the keeper's left. Martinez guesses right again, and it's close enough that he can get two firm hands on it. And all that hard work by the Dutch is being undone from the penalty spot and by Emi Martinez. Berghuis went for power, didn't find the corner. Martinez sprung across his line. Brilliant save from Martinez. Take nothing away from him. I said it wasn't a great penalty, but oh my, Emi Martinez, the Aston Villa man, might be Argentina's hero once again. He was pivotal in them winning the Copa America last year. Can he take them to the World Cup semi-final? Paredes up to the spot. The Juventus man stutters his run-up, sends it to the keeper's right and smashes it in. Argentina 2-0 up in the shootout. Good penalty. Noppert guessed the right way, but Paredes hit it with venom. He hit it high and he hit it towards the corner. Noppert just couldn't reach it. That's what you have to do from the spot. Put your foot through it. Get it to the keeper's side. And even when he guesses right, there's just nothing Noppert can do. Next up for the Dutch is Koopmeiners, another substitute, and he curls it confidently home to score the first penalty for the Netherlands. Martinez didn't move much. I think he settled on staying down the middle that time. Koopmeiners on his left foot whipped it across to the left. Well, next up for Argentina as a substitute is Montiel, the Sevilla right back, late substitute for Argentina during extra time. Up he steps. Can he restore their 2-penalty lead? Montiel does so, curls it to his right, the keeper's left. Noppert went the wrong way. Well finished by Montiel. 3-1 for Argentina, with 3 penalties apiece taken. And now, who will the Dutch send up? Oh, well, the man who remained ice cool under pressure a little over half an hour ago. Wout Weghorst up to the spot. Miss, and his country will be on the next flight home. It's a deep puff of the chest. Weghorst rolls it calmly in. Was it ever in doubt? The Dutch still alive here, but only just. Who is number 4 for the Netherlands? Oh, it's the young man who almost won it for them at the end of extra time with that thunderous shot that cannoned off the post at the last kick of the game almost. Enzo Fernandez, the 21-year-old Benfica midfielder, sending waves through Europe this season. And he's proving himself on the World Cup stage. Can he send his country to the semi-final? Enzo Fernandez stutters his run up. Oh, and he puts it wide. Deary, deary me. That's a really poor penalty from Enzo Fernandez. Nowhere near. He went left. Noppert dived the right way.
I think he had the corner covered. Not to matter, as Fernandes drags it wide. A lifeline for the Dutch. 3-2 to Argentina after 4 penalties apiece. Luc de Jong up to the spot. The pressure's still on him. He has to score this to keep Netherlands in this. De Jong sends Martinez the wrong way, and it's 3-3 here. The 5th and final penalty for Argentina. Another opportunity for them to go through here. Otherwise, their lead was for nothing and we're through to sudden death. And it's Lautaro Martinez who steps up to the spot last. A natural goal scorer who leads the line for Inter Milan in Serie A. But I think it's fair to say he hasn't covered himself in glory at this World Cup to date. Certainly not today. Can he attain for glory at this World Cup to date? Certainly not today. Can he attain for a real lack of any invention when he came on for Argentina from the penalty spot? This is all that matters now. Martinez against Noppert. Referee blows his whistle. Martinez sends it in and sends Argentina through to the World Cup semi-final. And that inspired Dutch fight back. All for nothing now, but an extra half an hour of running and an extension of the heartbreak for those Dutch players. Ugly scenes breaking out once again at the whistle. This has been feisty throughout. Mind games and bust-ups all the way from early on through to this shootout. Mr. Lahoz has had his yellow card out again during the shootout because of course he would. Going for the all-time record of bookings in a World Cup game, I'm quite sure. It's in at least 15. Utterly ridiculous scenes here. But Argentina won't mind that too much because they are heading through to a World Cup semi-final here in Qatar. They've done it the hard way. Lionel Messi's 2 goals cancelled out by the Wout Weghorst double. That man is now down on the ground in tears, Weghorst. He did all he could, scored his penalty too. But it's not to matter as Argentina are victorious on the night. Thanks so much for joining us here on Flash Score for this incredibly dramatic day of World Cup action.